So I'm looking at this. We're coming from First Corinthians 16 and 13. 16 and 13. Let's actually start in verse 10. Now, if Timothy is come, see that he may be with you without fear, for he worketh the work of the Lord, as I also do. Let no man therefore despise him, but conduct him forth in peace, that he may come unto thee. For I look for him with the brethren. As touching our brother Apollos, I greatly desired him to come unto you with the brethren, but his will was not at all to come at this time. But he will come when he shall have convenient time. This is the verse I want to focus in on. Watch ye, stand fast in the faith. Quit you like men, be strong. Watch ye, stand fast in the faith. Quit you like men, be strong. So Paul is saying several things in here for a verse that only contains about 10 words. I think this is fascinating because I want to emphasize that this is still a hot topic personally for Paul. The fact that he had to deal with Barnabas and his nephew John Mark. Paul wanted to go in one direction. Barnabas wanted to go in another. No, sorry. Paul wanted to go in one direction. He wanted to do things whatever. I mean, he just had his conversion. He had all these things going on. The point I'm making is that John Mark was traveling with them, and John Mark just up and left. Keep in mind, there's no cell phones. There's no email. There's no cell phones. It's none of that. It's like, huh? Like, Apostle Paul was ready to give his life for this cause. And he had a fool around him that just up and left. Granted, he was a young guy. This is what I want to focus in on. John Mark represented attributes that didn't jive too well with the Apostle Paul. Because John Mark was a little softer. Historically, it says that he had long flowing hair. All right, I mean, he was what we would call a son husband. So he's been on one level, he's been sheltered his entire life. So now we're about to do this work where one wrong move, one wrong decision can cost people their lives. And this guy just up and left. So this is heavy on Paul's mind when he moves forward with his ministry. Okay? This is important because those are ministry. You have people around you, good people. But you know there's certain things you would not allow them to do, or you wouldn't even have a serious conversation around them. Why? Because they're still childish. I think this is very important. Whenever it comes to John Mark, we emphasize that he left, but we never talk about this quitter mentality that is in the church. Not so much about parishioners, people who come and go, and you're not really banking on them. They're really the overhead. I'm talking about people, your if you will, your day ones, people that's in leadership, people who, I mean, the people that you expect things. You don't really expect anything from members or parishioners per se. But this quitter mentality has got to be addressed among leadership. Among leadership. Okay? We're not talking about the small church that can't add people. So when someone comes and then they see what it is they are, and then they leave, and then the small church blame the visitor for leaving. It's like, no, y'all have a lack of self-awareness. No. Paul said, watch ye stand fast in the faith. Do not put the emphasis on Timotheus or Apollos. Timotheus is coming. Apollos, I desire for him to be there, but not at this time. Don't put your faith on who's bringing the word. You need to get into that word for yourself. You need to get in that word for yourself, okay? Church is supposed to be a community event, not just a family event, a community event off of what you've been doing on your own all week in terms of worship, in terms of study time, in terms of meditation, and then whenever public service happens is when everyone comes together collectively. That's how it's supposed to happen. Don't talk about church don't work when you don't work. You ain't doing the work. Okay? If the church has issues, the church has issues. But you know what? You have issues too. Okay? So we want to point out this quitter mentality that's prevalent in the church, in particular upon leadership. Watch ye, stand fast in faith, quit you like men, act like men. Act like men. Please, act like men. I know you probably grew up holding your mother's purse, but act like men, please. And be strong. Life is a long journey. You're going to have to be strong. You're going to have to be strong. You can't up and leave when things don't go your way. You got to be strong. You got to stop quitting. You got to get in your word. Watch. Watch what it is you're doing, what it is you're saying, what people are doing, what it is they are saying, but don't let it deter you. I needed to address the quitter's mentality. All right.